On this episode of Game Shack, I show you guys how to replace a non-lit Arcade1up marquee with one that has light. Coming up next. Hey everybody, it's JDV here for EvilGeniusEntertainment.com. Thank you for stopping by the Game Shack. It really does mean a lot to us. All right, a quick plug for our zombie series, Reanimated. Episode 4 comes out this Memorial Day weekend. It's our longest, biggest budgeted episode so far. I think it's almost 20 minutes long. A lot of guts, a lot of gore, a lot of guns. If you like zombies, it's going to probably be right up your alley. You can check out the other 3 episodes right here on our YouTube channel. And if for whatever reason you're checking out this video in the future, heck knows, we might have episodes 5 and 6 and so on up there. Either way, check out episode 4 of Reanimated this Memorial Day weekend. All right, let's just jump right on into this episode now, where I show you guys how to replace this particular style of marquee with a lit marquee. I bought my Space Invaders game from QVC 5-6 months ago. It didn't have a riser or a lit marquee. Subsequently, I've built a new riser, I've put new graphics on it, I've replaced the controllers on it, placed a new screen in it, I put a RetroPie in it. I've done a bunch of upgrades to the machine, but the only thing I really hadn't done is replace the non-lit marquee with one that, you know, shines. And the reason why I finally got around to doing it is twofold. One, I found myself not playing the game as much as I was playing my other games, and it kind of dawned on me, well, maybe it's because the wow factor isn't there. It just kind of sat there, kind of sad, and yeah, the screen would be lit up, but without that lit marquee, it just wasn't as cool looking. And that might be shallow or whatever, but since replacing the marquee, it's amazing how much more attracted I am to play that game. Hey, let's go over there. It really does make a big impact. Second thing is I bought a wiring kit from Laramie over at Retro 350 a month or 2 ago for my Outrun machine. You can see my video on that, and it turned out spectacularly. He made what was potentially a very complicated project of replacing non-lit buttons with lit buttons, but still using the same PCB from Arcade1up into a relatively simple job. And the buttons have held up since. The wiring is still very stout. And I figured if I'm gonna, get a lit marquee, it might as well be from somebody who's done a good job in the past for me. They go from about $50 to $70 when you're looking around on Etsy or eBay or places like that. So it's about the same ballpark. It's a little more expensive maybe than some, but I think in the end it was worth it for a couple reasons. Now it comes very well packaged in a nice cardboard packaging. It comes with a wiring harness, it comes with screws. Actually, it also comes with a free little tab kit that you can put into the exposed screws of your 1-up game if you're tired of looking at those. And that's something that Arcade1up probably should be doing anyway. But because they don't, you can get it in this kit and just ask them about it. Well, really the hardest thing about this build is taking out the pre-existing non-lit marquee. That's because, you have to unscrew basically almost the whole machine on both sides to get it loose enough to wiggle out the old one. But once you do, putting in the new one is very, very simple. You just slide it in and it fit absolutely perfect. You use the 2 screws he gave you. I made a mistake of trying to use the original screws, and they're a little too, they're a little too wide or something. So use the 2 screws he includes, and once I figured that out, it went in easy peasy. The wiring was actually the easiest part of this particular project, because all I had to do was go from the wire from my amp, for my little stereo setup I have for it, and I used the Y splitter from that. One end of that Y goes into my power amp, and the other goes into the lit marquee. I put the machine all back together, powered it up, and voila! I have a lit Space Invaders marquee. And it really does make a big difference to how the game looks in my little arcade. In terms of the quality, I think it looks fantastic. There's no light leakage. Because it's all one piece, I guess, it really does cut down on that. It fits perfectly in there. I think the artwork looks fantastic. I mean, it's evenly lit. Here you can kind of see it next to a brand new legacy cabinet from Arcade1up, my Pac-Man machine, and you can see that the marquees are very comparable in terms of brightness, how evenly they look, and just the overall quality of this looks like it's something that was factory made by Arcade1up. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars, a solid A. It really does deliver exactly what it says it's going to do, and installation was just dead simple. It really is a very nice product, and I should have probably done this 6 months ago. It looks fantastic. I already feel myself playing the game more than I did, and I know that my friends and family are going to play it more as well. If you are interested in this particular kit, I'll have a link down below. If you guys have experience with somebody else's lit marquee kit that you're impressed with, go ahead and link that down below. It's something that you're almost certainly going to want to have if you have an older machine that doesn't have a lit marquee, or if you're reskinning a machine and you don't want to mess around with trying to build your own new marquee for it, or if you're building your own from scratch. Any way you look at it, this is a very simple kind of plug-and-play solution that looks fantastic. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoy this kind of content. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help us. Subscribe, hit the notification button so that you'll get more content like this sent to you. Love each other. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the Game Shack. Mwah! Now that's a lit marquee.
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.